For my cultural immersion experience, I attended Chen Evangelical Baptist Church. After a significant amount of research, I chose this particular church because the culture is significantly different than mine, both in ethnicity of the parishioners and the religion that was being practiced. I was born Catholic and have been raised in Catholic churches my whole life, so going into this experience, I brought with me a lot of anxiety about what to expect and fear that I would not know the proper practices. Once I arrived at the church from Marian University, I was early, so I got a chance to look around the church where I could take pictures and think about my own experiences so I could compare as I participated. When I was sitting and reflecting, one of the pastors came up to me to welcome me to the parish. He was very kind to me and made me feel less awkward, which really helped. After this interaction, I was reminded of the importance of welcoming students to my classroom with open arms, making them feel safe. Once the service started, I was surprised to see correlations to my own experience through songs and Bible passages. While the entire service was in a different language that I think was Mandarin, I could pick up bits and pieces that were familiar that made me feel at home. There were songs that they sung that I knew the tune of that was in another language. I could also tell the Bible passages that were being displayed on the screen. This experience reminded me what we learned in class having students connect to the material of their own culture experience, and that really enforced the experience for me. Something different that I noticed was the way that they prayed. In my home parish, we don't pray out loud to ourselves. We pray in our heads and as a community all together. But in this parish, they had a time when it seemed as though they were bringing their petitions to the Lord, but they were doing this in a way that they were all speaking at the same time, which I found really interesting because in my own culture, we have one person do it in front of a microphone. So this was different, and I found that very interesting. As my experience came to a close, I took away from a few lessons. The first of these is that while we may not be able to communicate completely with students who speak a different language than us, we can help them to feel welcomed and at home in other ways, such as a warm smile and a few words. Another thing that was reinforced in me during this experience was that we have some cultural experiences that we share, and connecting those experiences engages and comforts our students who may be unsure of the new experiences. This experience changed me because it allowed me to be a little uncomfortable, so it gave me some empathy for my students who will be experiencing a culture shock when they come into my classroom. I also believe that this experience changed me because it allowed me to see the beauty that in other cultures that are not in my own.